Welcome back, boys and girls. This is part 2 of your acids and bases calculations videos. I wanted to leave this final exercise till the end to show you guys that there is more than one possible way to solve these exercises. So I'm going to show you first a long way of doing this, and then I'm going to show you a shorter way of doing this, still using the same formulas that we know until now. So let's get over then. It says in here, find the pH of a solution at 7.08 times 10 to the negative 11 molarity of a hydroxide concentration. So again, we gotta be very careful with this because they're asking us for pH, but they're giving us the hydroxide concentration. Remember that hydroxide concentrations are for bases, which means that we gotta calculate first the alkaline component of this solution, and then we can calculate the pH or the acid component of the solution. So let's start off with the calculations first then. I am given the hydroxide concentration, which means that I can use this formula over here. If I come over here and I clear the formula, okay, and using this over here, using this over here. This thing is not cooperating with me today. There we go. And dividing by the concentration of hydroxide, which is this one over here, then that means that we're going to end up with a setup that looks like this. Okay? Why do we put this value, the hydroxide value, at the bottom? Because we're clearing the formula. Hydroxide will pass over to this side, dividing. Which means that your answer, boys and girls, for the hydrogen concentration, again, this thing is not cooperating today, should look like, or should be, should I say, 1.41 times 10 to the negative 4. Alright? That is your hydrogen concentration. Okay, but what's the problem with this then? They're not asking us for the hydrogen concentration, they're asking us for the pH. So what we gotta do now is simply come over here and calculate the pH by using another formula. So the pH equals then the negative logarithm of this value over here. Okay? Remember to use parentheses when you're working with this type of values. That way you're going to avoid your calculator doing any wrong or misled calculations all around. Okay? So then you are gonna end up with, in parentheses still, negative 3.85. Negative times negative then equals 3.85. And that is your pH value. Okay? So then, let me show you a different way of solving this. Let me show you a different way of solving this same exercise over here. So let me just copy it here and scroll down a little bit. Okay, so again, we're given this same concentration, but instead of calculating the hydrogen concentration, instead of calculating the hydrogen concentration and going to the pH, why don't we calculate the pOH first? So pOH equals the negative log of the hydroxide concentration, which is this one over here. Okay? So this is your formula. Okay? If we input then our values, let me just copy this over here into here to speed things up. Okay? Use parentheses and then just input this value over here. Okay? Remember to use double parentheses, people. Remember to put this value in parentheses as well, which means that your POH then is going to equal negative 10.15. The final answer then means that your POH is 10.15. Aha. Okay. So we have the POH, but they're asking us for the pH. Can we use another formula to calculate then what they're asking us for? Why, certainly. You have this formula over here as well, which means that we can use it to calculate the pH. Means that pH is going to be equal to 14 minus 10.15. Why 10.15? Because it's the value of the POH, and the POH, when we clear the formula, passes over to this side, subtracting. So now we have pH equals then 3.85, and there you go. So then, as you guys can see, we got we got the same answer using two separate problems then, two separate paths, sorry. You can use basically whatever formula accommodates better to your liking. If you're following the procedures correctly, then you should get the right answer. But the most important thing for this lesson is that you guys first of all understand what I am asking from you guys and what you are given. Keep in mind that if I give the concentration of a base, the hydroxide concentration, you cannot calculate the pH. And the same thing goes for the POH. If I gave you a hydrogen ion concentration, you could not calculate a POH. So you gotta be very careful with that. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful.